What a game. What a win. A really good football team. This is what it's like in Big 12 play. It's going to come down to fourth quarter games and making plays in the fourth quarter, and our guys did that. I was so pleased with the defense. They had great field position the entire fourth quarter, and we kept blitzing them, and they knew we were coming and playing man coverage, and we knew there was a lot of crossing and under routes, and we made some really good plays on balls. We made some really good tackles in space, and then did enough on offense. It's a really good defense, as you guys know, to rush for 131 yards, hard 131 yards. But in the fourth quarter, to be able to get a couple drives, the drive to get the field goal to go ahead, and then really the drive to run the clock out. So pleased with our offensive line on that, as well as Adrian and then DJ Giddens. You know, Deuce was out, and DJ is a load, and he was fresh, and it was fun to have him finish the game like he did, because I think it's going to give him a ton of confidence.
No discounting what Iowa State did, because they're very good. Do you feel like in some ways you overcame yourselves today?
Boy, I don't know, Fitz. I mean, their kid made a great play on Malik. Okay, he made a phenomenal play. And touchdowns and points were going to be at a premium with two good defenses. I don't want to take anything away from Iowa State. That was just a hard-fought, physical football game on both sides of the line of scrimmage. And I know it's hard to win here. I've been here enough, and it's hard to win here. And so I thought our kids battled and had great resolve.
Was that about the type of game that you anticipated?
Yes. Yeah, I did. I know how good their defense is. And I know when our defense is challenged how good they are. And, we were on the field an awful lot in that first half. I mean, too much. And you're going to ask me, that's the biggest reason I didn't call timeout when they were 3rd and 17. We were down Khalid, we were down Felix to end the second quarter. We'd been out there 38 plays. We were gassed. And I'm like, we're up 7-6 somehow. I'm going to halftime and regrouping. But that's exactly what I thought this game would be. And our defense really rose to the occasion in the second half.
What was your reaction when Malik lost that ball for goal?
I was hoping he crossed. That was my thought, is I hoped he crossed, but he didn't. We had a couple of explosive plays on him. Who knew that Phillips' touchdown early on was really going to be the difference, because it was hard to get touchdowns. But feel bad for Malik. He came back and made some big-time plays for us in the pass game. But, hey, their kid made a great play.
It was a career game. Overall.
He made the big play. That was the big thing. Is he made a huge play to start the game off, and especially, we won and deferred. We won and deferred and got a stop. I know it. We're hot right now on the flip. So we deferred, and because I thought it was windy to start the game out, and kicked it out of the end zone, got a stop, and then ended up getting the touchdown. So that was a huge play. I thought Phillip did a great job keeping his feet and then getting a big touchdown. I can't. I don't have updates on anybody that came out.
When Khalid came out, Desmond Cornell came in.
Yeah.
How did you feel like he played?
Well, he'd prepared for this. He's taken a lot of snaps all through fall camp when Khalid wasn't there, and so he had to get settled into the game. I'm sure he thought, holy cow, I'm playing in a big-time Big 12 game, and I usually play 10, 15 snaps, and I'm going to have to play 50 or 60. And I thought he really settled in and did some really nice things. He's a terrific kid. He's a great competitor, and that's Kansas State, is having your backups, whether it's Dez, whether it's DJ, come in and make some big plays.
Could you guys have now won games in different ways this season? This is a true defensive win.
Yeah.
What does that say about the team?
It's fun to be able to have these team wins, whether it's the offense 1 week, defense 1 week, a special teams play. Those kids care for each other and love each other in that locker room, and it's fun to be around those guys, because it's a special group, and they know that they have a chance to have a special season with the expectations that we have, but we also know how hard it is. I mean, this was could have come down and could have lost it. Same as the week before. I mean, that's the way the Big 12 is right now.
Adrian, 12 of 19, 246 yards, threw a lot of deep balls today, took some shots. Is that kind of the game plan going in?
Yeah, we thought we'd probably get a few more explosive plays in the pass game, just some of their looks, but didn't have time to throw. I thought they did a really good job pressuring him. They brought a lot of pressure on our pass downs, which made us either have an explosive play with the two we had or have to throw it too early. But once again, for him, the big key was not to turn the football over and manage the game. And I thought he did a tremendous job of that. Got us a couple of big first downs rushing the football.
Following up with that, I mean, how good is it having a fifth-year guy out there in that kind of situation?
Boy, he doesn't panic. He's so calm. He got us out of some plays, got us into some different plays. And it was one of those things where we were kind of changing personnel and we had to call some things really fast, which maybe got us into some plays we didn't like. But he does such a good job of being calm and relaxed and trying to keep us out of the negative plays. I don't know how many tackles for loss they had. I know they had a few, but that was the whole key, is trying to stay out of the negative plays.
A lot of times, bye week probably doesn't come at the right time, but it feels like it is this year.
Boy, it is, and it's, as far as I know, it's as late as I've ever been involved in a bye week, and it can't come at a better time in the fact that we've played half of our schedule. We've got a lot of guys beat up pretty good, which is to be expected. Then you throw the 5 weeks of camp on top of that, and it comes at a perfect time. We've got to shore some things up. We've got to see what our injury report is and get some guys healed up.
It appeared like K-State got more pressure as the game went
We dialed up a bunch. In the first half, we didn't blitz enough probably, and some little passes were, hurting us, but we were stopping them in the red zone. And then in the second half, Echo and Julius and Josh thought they could match up. And so the key with matching up is we were going to bring pressure. Whether we got sacks or not, we were going to get him to throw the ball fast. And the key to that whole thing was they were completing some passes and we were tackling them quite a bit short. And that's their game, is they hope you're in zone, throw that short pass, get vertical for a first down, or break a tackle in man. And I'll give our guys in the back end credit. I thought they tackled really well after catch.
Coach, you guys are up 7-6 later in the second half, right before the field goal that Chris ultimately misses.
Yep.
Is there any thought of maybe going for it there?
In a normal situation, we would have, but I really knew points were at a premium, and I thought if we could have gotten a field goal there and made them score a touchdown, it's one of those things. If it's a 35-35 game, you go for it. But, the analytics part of it, they didn't take into account what the game situation is. And I expect Chris to make that kick, and he expects to make that kick. But we didn't, and we missed it. And we were able to survive it. But I was just hoping to go up to make them score a touchdown.
Even though you didn't get more than a field goal in the second half, you were finally able to drive the ball some. There's some clock, because the first half was pretty heavily as far as
Yeah.
possession.
Well, you're exactly right. And that was as much the defense is doing as the offense. We couldn't get off the field on defense, so it was hard for us to get into a rhythm. And that's why, honestly, I was so excited to be out of there 7-6 at halftime, as poorly as that game had gone for us. I mean, they had total control of the game other than the scoreboard. But I thought our offense finally found some ways to rush the football, whether it was with Adrian or running backs. And we got the ball on the perimeter a couple times. Malik made some big-time plays. I was happy for Malik to come back from that and make some really good plays in space and some catches. And we did just enough, guys.
But you really surprised to hear that you wanted to talk about possession just still taking in favor?
Probably because we had the ball for about 7 minutes, one drive in the third quarter. I don't know if that's one where we didn't get three or not, but we had quite a bit of time of possession in that quarter. But I was surprised that the play count was pretty close at 62-58, because I thought they had us a bunch in the first half, had us on the field.
Coach, what do you think the biggest thing is that you learned about your team tonight?
Just, we got tough kids. We got resolve, and they believe in each other, and they stay in the fight. That's a big thing. You stay in the fight and try to find a way to win it in the fourth quarter, and we did that.
Last question. Coach, when we talked to the guys earlier in the week, it was obvious that they remembered the last time they played here and had they lost. How much more does this mean to them to kind of rebound from that? And they remembered how that felt.
Yeah, you never want to be on one side of one of those. There's a lot of circumstances that took part in that game. And this is a big win for our program. To come to Ames at night, it's a tough place to play, and to find a way, and those guys stay together. This is a huge win for us. We've gotten 2 wins on the road in Big 12 play before bye week, and that's we got a long ways to go, but it's a good start for us, and excited for our guys.